everybody. Welcome into Reality Break, where we take a break from reality to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons!
And today we're finally getting back into the Whispers of the Dune one-shot from our partner, Dragon's Nest Delivery. But before we get back into that, we need to get through some announcements.
Announcements.
Speaking of Dragon's Nest Delivery, Dee, would you like to tell us about our wonderful partner?
I sure can. So I had the box on my desk and I threw it away. Our wonderful partners at Dragon's Nest Deliveries, they give you the option of either a one-time or a subscription. I almost said multi-use.
Hey, subscription is multi-use, so... Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. A subscription box of little D&D nuggets. So you get resin dice, you get metal dice, or specialty dice, I should say, because they're not always metal. You get stickers that are Dungeons and Dragons related. You get minis. I have all the minis.
Nice.
Sometimes they give you like little, I guess player cards. I'm not sure what they're called.
Encounter cards I've seen.
Yeah, encounter cards. Different things like that. And you also, every month, with your subscription or your one-time purchase, get a one-shot that comes with either a playable character or a monster or something along those lines, and royalty-free music to play with your one-shot should you choose to use it. So you get all of this. It's roughly $40, I think, a month is the subscription. But if you use our code RealityBreak, capital R, capital B, all one word, then you can get 15% off of either your one-time purchase or your subscription. Totally worth it.
Yeah.
No doubt.
This one-shot and the music that I'm using for it is January's one-shot, actually. Which is pretty cool. The most recent one, I just got the downloads for the May one shot, and it's like steampunk kinda.
Ooh.
It's pretty cool.
I haven't looked at it yet.
It's like clockwork and like gears, and it's steampunk. It's level 4, so we'll have to think about what we're gonna do for that. I personally really want to play in it as a player, so I don't really want to DM that one, but
right.
But it looks really cool. I haven't listened to the music yet because that's my favorite part is the music. But I just glanced at the beginning of it and it looked really neat. So if you sign up, you can get a little bit of a discount and support both us and Dragon's Nest.
Yeah.
For our other partner, Tony, would you like to tell us about Hexwood Creations? I'm sorry.
Yes,
I would. Just as you took a drink.
It's fine. Look, you treated me like anybody that goes to a restaurant, and then they come around, you put the fork full of food in your mouth, and that's when the waiter shows up and says, "How is everything?"
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it just for you.
Well, then you should work in the service industry then, because you would fit right in with your timing. It's impeccable. Speaking of things that are impeccable, Hexwood Creations.
I'm right here.
Their products are impeccable. So, hexwoodcreations.com or Hexwood Creations on Ko-Fi. Lot of woodworking stuff. You're going to look at some lovely dice trays from myself, as well as Christy. I also have a little dice turret, if you will. And the nice thing about these dice trays is they have inserts that you can buy separately. So you're not just buying like one box. You buy the basically two halves, and then you could fill it with whatever kind of other inserts you'd like. He's also does signs, stabs. He did wizard stabs there for a while. Into stock, custom print, all of that. And you're supporting a small business. He's Art's got the main man behind Hexwood Creations. He's got a big presence on TikTok and other social medias. He's a really good guy. So if you go to hexwoodcreations.com, Hexwood Creations on Ko-Fi, and you use our code RB20, that's Romeo Bravo 20, you can get a discount at purchase. At checkout, and also let him know that you heard about him through us. So once again, that's hexocreations.com and code RB20 Romeo Bravo 20 at checkout. Back to you in the studio.
Links for both of these partners down below. They'll be posted in chat and also on our About page. You can find links very easily. So other things that are linked on our About page is all of our various social media. Claire, would you like to tell us about all the places around the internet, social media wise, that people can find us?
Yeah, well, we are in many places, but our most used places are our TikTok and our Instagram, both great places to see content from us, as well as YouTube. So we post like little tidbits or other various video type things, stuff that will be useful for you to know. If you are ever curious about something, we might have already covered it, and so you might as well learn it from us. I mean, it's only natural, you know. But not only do we have plenty of places for you to learn about D&D, you can also talk about D&D in our break room. You can discuss with us. You can have your own D&D party that you form from viewers like you. And they will all hang out, and you can say that you're cool because you were there first. So get in there, because once we're famous, you know, they'll be so saturated. You might as well be one of the OGs.
Valid.
That, I mean, I can't argue with that logic, that's for sure.
Nope.
Yeah, it's very true. I have to tell you, because I'm in a couple of larger Discords, and it's impossible to find anything because they're just so active. But in ours, there's also places in our Discord. There's also places where you can get cosplay, like good stuff. Like you can find out information about where to find good cosplay things. We're having a whole discussion about books in there, actually, because several of us are reading or have convinced others to read the Court of Thorn and Roses books. So all sorts of different types of things, not just D&D in the Discord. And the last thing on our list to talk about, Claire mentioned YouTube. That is one of the places you can also, in addition to seeing things on YouTube Shorts, you can also watch previous episodes. So if you want to go back and rewatch the first 2 sessions of this one-shot miniseries, whatever you want to call it, or you want to get caught up on our long-running campaigns before we start those again sometime in the nebulous future, TBD, that is the best place to go to find all of those. The other thing that I want to mention before we get moving is about clips. Clips are really helpful for us to get discovered on TikTok. So if you hit the little movie clapper thing down at the bottom of the screen, whichever side it is, you hit that, you choose your little clip that you want to make, you give it a title, and you save it. The titles are really helpful because then we know what the clip is of, and then it also helps with, again, discoverability on Twitch. And sometimes you might see those clips show up in our starting soon page, our little clips reel that we have. So, and it might show up in other places. You never know. So please make sure you get clips of moments that you find funny or inspiring or interesting in some way, memorable. That would be super helpful.
My favorite clip is that one of Devin picking her nose. That's my favorite.
I have some favorite clips that make me laugh. The one about goblin snot. Every time I watch that, it makes me laugh so hard. I love it. It's just D and I, our faces in that one.
There's a thing slowly starting where companies are sending video ads in the mail. It's like this little box thing that has a video player in it. It's such waste technology. But we could send you our clips in the mail.
There you go. You know.
I will veto that immediately.
It's just scissors. I'll send you scissors in the mail.
Just clips.
Amazing.
It's a clip.
There you go.
There you go. Well, that was the last thing I had on my little list of things to talk about before we get started. So, without further ado, we are going to jump into the Whispers of the Dune one-shot from Dragon's Nest Delivery. And now.
Oh my god, it has been like 2 weeks since we've done that and I missed it.
I know.
I think it's been more. Feels like more.
It probably has.
Oh no, because...
So...
Yeah.
For me, it's been more.
For you, it's been more, yes.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Everything I have is scheduled on Tuesdays.
Oh there you
Same,
go.
girl,
I hate it
same.
when that happens.
Same girl.
Yeah,
Dumb.
Tuesdays are busy for us. But so the last time we were here with our lovely adventurers, they had solved a bit of a mystery at the inn in Asenath, which is I don't remember the name of the inn.
get my notes
Actually,
back
I have to
out.
go back and look for it.
I forgot.
That they found a skeleton with 6 arms in a wall. Well, they didn't find it, but the owner of the inn found a skeleton with 6 arms in the wall, and he didn't know where it came from. And so they had to do a little bit of investigation and found out that it was an old medical school prank that a regular at the inn at the bar had pulled back in the day and forgotten all about it. And
Great.
after solving that problem and really confusing poor Legionnaire who didn't understand the prank at all, I don't think anybody understood that prank.
Yeah.
They eventually made their way over to the bazaar and found the person that they've been looking for. They found Professor Take, who is leading the expedition to the tomb of Amen Root. And after chatting a little bit with the professor, the party set out into the desert to find their way, following the directions from Professor Take, who seemed to know where he was going, to find this tomb that the professor has been looking for. So after traveling a bit through the desert, the group was stopped by a giant multi-legged monster bursting out of the sand. And that is where we're going to pick up. And I'm going to move us all over to
Battle map! Battle map!
Patience while I make Roll20 do the thing.
That's my
Come on.
cue to pull up Roll20.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, the music changed!
The battle music that came with this is just so good. I love it so much.
It's a banger.
I'm in love with it.
Alright, so.
It's so good.
Roll20's not loading.
Oh, jeez. Gee.
Excuse me. I am human.
This is why we
Stop.
can't have nice things, D.
It's me.
Down just a hair 'cause it's
Hi.
very loud in my ears.
Bitch,
I'm
Ryan.
the problem. It's me.
I'm the
Yep, and I will tell you, this map did not come with the thing. I made this for you guys, and by made it, I mean I found a desert map and slapped it in Roll20.
I made
that's-
this for you.
That's what you do.
It's what you do. So,
Oh no, it logged me out. I don't remember my password.
Oh no. While Dee tries to find her password, you guys should be able to control your characters. So I made tokens for you guys. Those are your characters as I made them. In
Yep, I can move
Hero
me.
Forge.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
I got
go.
Okay.
Where's our purple hair?
Huh? It's yeah. If you can't figure it out, let me know. Although I don't know how to fix it, so we probably should have tested it beforehand. But that's okay. But yep. So you, as this multi-legged creature bursts out from the sand, Professor Take and some of the other non-combatant caravan members kind of scramble back behind some dunes and rocks to leave you to take care of this monster, and also the other adventurers that were in the party
That were less
really-
than communicative.
less than communicative group of people.
But I do remember assessing their skill set based on the brief description that was given, so that should
Yep.
be helpful enough.
So with that, I'm gonna
Dude,
need
this music
everybody
makes me want to go out and punch a monster. Let's go.
Good. Well, you've got a monster to punch, so
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative.
Woo!
Test all
All
my
right.
d20s real quick.
Now, I will
Is that a
say with my
flagger?
longbow of warning, I get advantage on initiation roll or initiative rolls.
Go for it.
Oh god. 10.
I'm going last. I'm just.
10. All right, so I got 19.
Legionnaire.
I'm sorry, you rolled a 10 for a 19?
I got +9 on my initiative.
How do you have +9 on your initiative? I don't think that's how that works.
I do not think that means what you think it means.
What level are you guys?
Level 10. My dex is
That's
plus
crazy.
4. My dex is plus 4. I don't know. I'm just looking at it.
My
It says
dex is
9.
plus 3, and my initiative is only plus 3.
My initiative is only +1 for a total of 2.
2?
Listen,
Oh, no.
I'm not saying you're lying, Tony, but even Dominic doesn't have that much of a
Yeah.
plus. So
Oh.
Actually, I can fucking pull up his character sheet right now. Oh wait, no, not the level 10 one. Never mind. Well, actually, I can
Oh,
see what
that's
his old
right.
one.
Hold on. I'm looking to. I took alert as a feat. I think that gives me plus 5 to my initiative.
That makes sense.
Yep. So I took alert, so that gives me plus 5 because Legionnaire is always on the guard. Plus, with the longbow of warning, he's like doubly on guard. So, and that longbow of warning gives everyone within 30 feet of me. We cannot be surprised in combat. So.
Well, you're definitely not surprised. Okay, and now I have to roll for the monster. So many rolls. Oh, that's unfortunate for you guys.
Bring it on.
Oh, thanks.
I die instantly.
No, I mean, getting a nat 20 on your initiative roll doesn't really help you that much, but it does mean that the monster goes first.
Whatever.
Okay,
Bring it on.
But I'm just gonna throw this out here. How come you roll so poorly every other time until it comes to
If
killing?
it makes you, if it makes you feel any better, one of the NPC characters got a 5 for initiative. If that makes you feel any better.
It doesn't.
All
I
right.
still got
Maybe a little
2,
bit.
so
Maybe a little
yeah.
bit.
No, it doesn't, because I only rolled 10.
I
That was
rolled a 2.
with my initiative.
A 2? Yikes.
My first roll of the night was a nat 1.
I'll call a
Not-
big oof
Well,
on that.
but maybe you.
Hey, you got it out of the way.
Yeah. I just chose the wrong dice. I should have used my glass dice. No, I shouldn't have.
Glass?
Never
Like
mind.
actually made of glass?
Yeah. It's just
Dangerous.
glass. It's so pretty. I love it.
Okay. Yep, Callie. Unfortunately, you are going dead last.
Also
Alright.
dead.
Not dead yet.
Dead.
So the
Super dead.
let's see here.
Such dead.
The monster is going to. I need to get my ruler out because
We need some monster sound effects while you're doing this too. I'd like to call that out.
Not gonna do a monster sound effect.
Okay.
So I think, unfortunately for you, Callie, because you're the closest, that the
Dead.
monster is going to run up to you, and it moves really eerily, like if you've ever seen like a bearded dragon move, where they move like side to side like this with all
Oh.
the legs. It's really kind of creepy.
Is it
That's
moving
so
slow or
specific.
fast?
It's moving pretty fast.
Mm.
And I will someday figure out how to. Did I make
Okay.
it so I can't move that? Because that's not helpful.
But bearded dragons running are actually cute.
Yep.
My thing is, with that descriptor, it just makes me think of the lizards from Holes. And how they would like get up on their like hind legs and run like this. You know?
That's awesome.
It's
I
a
am
giant one of those.
trying to figure out how to make this. This is so. If anybody doesn't know, this is my first time doing this, and for whatever reason, it is choosing not to move the token unless I put
Lorecast is
the
better
token.
than mine.
You might have to change the layer that the token's on.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
Or like re-choose, I should say.
Layer. Token layer. That's what it should be on. Select. Haha! I figured it out. Okay.
Yay.
So, that monster's going to run right up to Callie, because Callie is the closest.
Rip.
I also randomly scattered you guys on the map, so apologies for that. But
Meh.
apologies to Callie. And is going to do a multi-attack. It's going to reach out and bite at you first. And that is a 28 to hit. I'm assuming that hits.
Okay, DM, chill out. There's a 28
sorry.
hit.
Christy has it out for me. You saw it here.
I don't. It's not.
Well, after she's
blame
done
it
with
on the
your
one
carcass, she's
shot.
moving on to the next one. So we'll be so we'll see what happens after that.
All right, and that is 13 damage from the bite, piercing. Then, let's see. And then it's going to reach out and try to wrap its tail around you and constrict you. Does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. You're doing your job.
All right, and that's 11 damage, and then you need to make a strength saving throw. I know this music's banger, right?
It is.
Straight banger.
17.
17 passes. The creature manages to hit you with its tail, but doesn't manage to wrap all the way around you. So you are not grappled.
There you go.
And,
2
and
negatives, but 1 positive.
that is the Behir's turn. So next up is Legionnaire with the dwarf adventurer on deck.
Bay, hear me when I say I'm gonna take you out.
Ooh.
Let's go.
No.
All right. Yes. All right. So
You're so
Legionnaire.
lucky I'm not the DM.
All right. So Legionnaire is gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. And I am going to attack with my longbow, and I'm going to use one of my arcane shots to do a shadow arrow.
Okay.
So first we'll find out if I hit. What was that? Plus 10. Okay. That does not hit.
To roll. Oh, no. It
All right.
definitely does not hit. Sorry.
Yeah, but
Get sand in your robot eye.
yeah, I hate sand. It's coarse. It's rough.
Legion
All right.
Anakin.
But since I am a
With the
level 10
Legionnaire
fighter,
Day,
since
gruff
I'm a level 10
voice.
fighter, I get to attack again. So I will shoot with the shadow arrow again. Does a 26 hit?
A 26 definitely hits.
Okay, so it's gonna get 1d8 plus 4 automatically. Plus, it's gonna take an extra 2d6 psychic damage.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, so. And when I finish this up. Alright, so the 1d8. Oh, ooh, 6 plus 4 for 10. Alright,
10.
then that's 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then an extra 6 psychic damage. And it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
So I realize it can do much good because it goes before me, but
8.
it fails, so now a shroud of shadow covers its face, and it cannot see anything farther than 5 feet away until the start of my next turn. Oh, start of my next turn!
Oh, okay. So a shroud of darkness.
Covers its eyes, and so it is unable to see anything farther than 5 feet away until the start of my
So-
next turn.
Your next turn. All right, I'm gonna. Did that little symbol? God, that's tiny. Did that symbol show up for you guys? That'll mean the darkness. Just because I will need to remember, and that will help me.
Oh, I'll remind you. Don't you worry.
Okay, good.
All right, and then I will say, all right, so I have one more arcane shot I can use. I will save my action surge. I do not have, and I don't have a bonus action I would use, so I'm good.
So, the dwarf NPC, who hopefully I have fixed so that I can use now, and he is going to, just barely be able to run up and right up next to the monster and take a swing. Oh, first he's gonna rage.
Yeah, let's go.
And then he's going to take a swing at it with his great axe.
Does he do anything when he rages?
Not really. He just gets really red in the face.
Oh,
And that's
silent anger. Okay, all right.
Silent anger, yeah.
Okay, I dig it.
So that is a 22 to hit. And I need a different dice. And that does some pretty good damage, actually. So that does 14 slashing, and then what's the rage bonus? Because I can never remember that. Plus 2. So what did I say? 14, 16 damage.
I screwed up my camera.
Good for dancing.
16
Never again.
damage. And his bonus was a rage, and he moved his max move. So I think let me double check and make sure. Oh nope, he gets 2 attacks, so he's gonna slash at it with his great axe again. And that is, why am I rolling so good? I guess it's good for you guys in this instance. It's a 23 to hit.
So going forward, whenever you're a player, just think that you're not a player.
Think that I'm not a player.
There you go.
Keep your god power for when you're a
7,
player.
8 damage.
There we go.
And that's his turn. And let's see, next is the goblin, who's the green-haired person right here. I've got so many screens running right now. It's kind of ridiculous.
Welcome to the world of DMing.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
Hey, at least don't have to use an action to move.
That's true. So the goblin is going to, you'll see he's got a hat pulled down over his ears, but his ears will pop out, and you'll see little lightning kind of like sparkle on the end of his ears. And then he is going to make a throwing motion towards the creature and lob a magic missile at him.
What?
Will he say Pikachu at the same time?
He will not.
This is important.
So magic missile hits automatically.
Pika!
So that is.
No, that's canon now. Actually, that goblin is Pikachu.
The goblin is Pikachu. Okay, that's his name. The goblin's
Yes!
Pikachu.
Let's go.
Yes!
D4s.
Forget Boblin the Goblin. We got Pikachu on our side.
Let's.
Pika Thunder!
5 plus 1 is 6 damage, 6 force damage. To the monster, and that is going to be his turn. And next up is Florence.
Finally. Okay.
And then
And now-
Florence,
oh, no.
and then the tiefling, and then Callie.
She makes the comment about finally and then needs to figure out what she's doing.
No. I'm just counting my blocks. I'm a ranger. I know exactly what I'm doing.
I shoot my
Shooting an
bow.
arrow. Move here so I can have a line of sight. And I'm going to shoot it with my bow.
Nice.
Crazy. I know.
Crazy.
That's a nat 20.
Woo!
Nice.
Let's
Let's
go.
go, glass dice. Let's go. Okay.
DZ favorite dice.
Does a 27 hit?
A
I'm just
27 hits,
kidding.
believe it or not. It's a nat 20. It hits no matter what your bonus.
I know.
Oh, speaking of, are we doing how are we doing nat 20 attack rolls?
We haven't talked about that. Let's
have
do it. So we'll take max dice and then roll, and then a roll. So you roll the dice and then add like what dice are you rolling?
Before I attack, can I cast Hunter's Mark?
Yes, I'll let you.
Thank
do
you.
That. Sure, go ahead.
Thank you. My brain just didn't. Okay. So I'm
I'm
was
guessing it's
the
a
question?
D8. It's a D8
yeah, it's a D8.
So you'll roll the dice and then add 8
plus your modifier.
plus your modifier.
Math.
I know. I'm sorry.
Okay. So 18. With Hunter's
Nice.
Mark.
Nice.
18.
Sorry, math is hard.
I get it.
Math is hard. That's the hardest part of this whole game. All right, so that's your action, and Hunter's Mark is your bonus action, and you
Yep.
moved. Anything else?
I'm good.
All right. So the tiefling is going to. I'm checking the range on something because I can't keep numbers in my head. Oh yeah, we're good. So the tiefling is going to take a few steps forward and cast. You just see her hands start to glow, and she shoves them up to the sky, and then from the sky a moonbeam comes.
Yeah!
down.
Let's
it.
go. Well, she is a
Um,
druid, so.
Yep, and that is a con save.
I think Moonbeam's con.
Yep, and let's see.
As when,
So that's a fail, so he takes.
Kaylee and
full
I were
damage.
double moonbeaming the.
And
Yeah.
once again, I have to grab more dice.
All of the moonbeams.
Oh yeah, ha ha ha. That was so fun.
That was a blast. Hey,
was a
remember you guys
blast.
almost one-shotted the first boss I ever threw against you?
Yeah.
Kira sliced his nose off because she rolled like
That was so
36 damage on one roll.
Oh,
So
why?
that's 28 damage. And yeah, 28 damage.
Hey, guess what? We're on a tornado watch.
Oh hey,
That's dope.
That's kind of
Good.
scary.
I'm not.
And
It's only affected till midnight. It's just a watch, so.
And then for her bonus action, she is going to cast Healing Word on Callie.
But
So,
But-
after watching Callie get pretty beat up by the monster. So that is,
It's just weird not
5
seeing
plus
Devin's
3 is
character
8.
getting beat up.
I'm sorry. What?
that's 8 healing
Okay.
to you.
I just need a video of you reacting to anything I say, just so I can when I have a rough day or feeling bad about myself, I can just say something sassy about you and then look at the video of you making a face at me and I'm like, okay, I feel better now.
I'll just get you a cardboard cutout
Of you just
of me.
There you go. With that face. I love it.
Just that one.
So that's the Tiefling Druid's turn, which means it's Callie's turn.
Okay, so I've got a question.
Sure.
Because I can do 2-weapon fighting, but I also get I can attack twice.
So that means that you would get 2 attacks with your main hand, your main weapon, and then the 2-weapon fighting means that you also get an attack with your offhand.
Yeah, so my bonus action would be the second one.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I action surge, can I action surge my bonus action?
No.
No, okay.
If you action surge, that is your action. So it means that you would get 2 more attacks with your main hand weapon.
So I can attack 3 times with my main hand and then once with my...
4 times with your main hand, because it's an action surge, so you get a whole action, which means you get 2 attacks per action.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yes.
This thing picked the wrong fight. It pissed Callie off, so she's like...
Well, hey,
Yeah,
you guys
pretty
walked
much.
into its territory. It's just like, what
We
are these
didn't
things?
know it was its you know what? That's on
Lunch
Legionnaire.
just walked into my territory.
That's on Legionnaire. Legionnaire needed to do their primary assessment of the situation before venturing out. So that was on
Way
us.
to go.
That was on us.
Okay, does a 10 hit?
Say that again. Sorry.
Does a 10 hit for the first attack?
What was it?
10.
Okay, 10. I got it. Yes, that misses.
God, I love you, cause she asked, "Does a 10 hit?" and you said yes.
No, I. You know what? Robot fake like voices. Okay, a 10 misses. All I heard was does a and then something, and then I heard misses, and so
Oh wait,
I'm like,
now I have
yeah.
+7 to hit, actually.
So,
So 17.
A 17 just hits.
hey, all
no,
right.
wait, yeah, just hit. No, beats it, and its AC is 17, so that means that it
Yes.
Beats it.
misses.
It hits.
Beats it.
No, meets
Hits,
it,
sorry.
beats it.
Beats it.
Beats it. Got it.
Woo!
I had it backwards in my head. I'm
We'll
not
get there
usually
eventually.
playing on this side, okay?
That's fair. That's fair.
Do you want to try another side?
No, I don't care at this point.
No,
I
she
play all
almost
sides.
said, "I like this
Fine.
side." There was like, "No, I don't like this side."
I don't like this side actually. 17 hits. So what's why don't you? Well, what's easiest? Do you want to roll damage each time, or do you just want to roll all the hits that you're gonna take first?
We'll roll damage each time because it's easier for my brain to keep track of.
That's fine.
Four.
Our damage. All right. So that was 1. Number 2.
18 + 7 definitely hits.
That definitely hits. Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
6 damage there.
Thanks. And are you action surging?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, runaway dice.
But it's nat 20.
Did it land on the floor though? Cause
Uh-huh. You want me to reroll it?
yeah, reroll it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Generally, you would if it falls off the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In any game.
hmm
Dude.
It fell on the table this time.
That's
fine,
fine.
right?
What'd you get?
Okay.
Yeah.
10 doesn't hit, I assume.
That misses. Yeah.
So
That
that
was the
was
third
attack
one.
number
That
3.
misses
So
2.
okay.
That's
So
4. And then my bonus action, I can...
Attack with
my
your
other weapon.
offhand. Your
Yeah.
other weapon.
With your
yeah.
offhand. Yeah.
My strong hand.
So 17 again.
Hey,
Alright.
all right.
8 damage on that one.
Dang.
Wow.
She's a little
Alright.
flustered. She's like...
Well, I mean,
yeah.
she's got bit
She got
and hit by a
smacked pretty
tail,
hard.
so
Yeah.
the fact that you hit twice is pretty impressive.
So, unfortunately, since you were the last one that hit it and it can't see past you and the dwarf, essentially, it's going to reach out and bite you again. Bite at
Reach
you, I
out
should
and
say.
bite you. Do.
That
do,
is,
do.
oh my god, that is a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. That was, what was that again? Got like all.
This is the first time I'm actually getting beat on by the enemy. Usually in all my other characters, they don't get...
Welcome to my life.
That is 25 damage.
Ah! 25 damage?
Yeah.
Row
3d10,
raggy.
man. Piercing. But it's gonna bite, and as it whips around to bite you, it's actually gonna strike at the dwarf with its tail and try to grab it. That is also a 19, which I believe hits, if I remember correctly. Yes, that does. Where did those d10s go? So that's for 10 bludgeoning plus
Oh!
8.
I forgot.
What?
I missed a an
Add.
extra damage dice that I could have
Oh.
rolled.
Ah,
Sorry, I'll get on the net. Oh wait, that's critical hit. Never mind.
14.
I didn't get it. I didn't roll crit. Oh,
my
but I
God,
could have
this is
done
too
that
many.
one. No, actually I can't. Never mind. No, it's
Four.
okay.
This is
All
me
right.
playing D&D with myself, basically. Because then there is a grapple.
I did that a couple times with you too, with you folks.
So unfortunately, the dwarf fails the
Dies.
grapple check, and so the tail wraps around the dwarf, and the dwarf is grappled and cannot move.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
And then it's Legionnaires' turn.
Yep. All right. So the
darkness
cloud.
dissipates.
Yeah, the cloud. The cloud of shadows dissipates. All right.
Okay. And as the shadows dissipate and it sees all the rest of you, it just roars, and the sand kind of like trembles a little bit.
Legionnaire's
No.
gonna look and go, this one does believe that we need to take out this enemy post haste.
Post haste.
Alright, so we will go. Alright, we will do the arcane shot again. Nope, you know what? I'll save it. So I'm gonna do just my regular longbow.
Okay.
Alright, and that's double attack. Alright, so that was 25 to hit.
Hit.
Alright, and I'll do my 1d8 plus 4. Alright, let's go crazy. Alright, so I'm going to use my reroll damage ability. So once per turn, when I hit a creature with an attack that deals piercing damage, I can reroll one of my attack's damage dice. So I'm gonna reroll my 3 and hope I get better. Ah, let's go! I got an 8. All right.
Nice.
So that's 12 piercing damage for the first attack. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll for my second attack. 18 beats it.
Beats it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then that's gonna be another. All right. So that's gonna be another 8 piercing. And then I am going to action surge. and do 2 more attacks. Guessing a 28 hits.
Yep.
That's another 8 piercing. All right, and I'm guessing a 29 hits. Okay. All right, that's only 6. So I imagine for flavor text that these shots come out like so rapid fire that it's like almost a blur with how quick their arm is moving with the just for flavor. That it almost seems like it's like one long arrow instead of like 4 individual ones that are hitting. That's kind of what I imagine. All right, and then
and so as these arrows like boom, 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 boom hit this creature, it roars again, and you see it starting to bleed pretty heavily at this point.
All right. And Legionnaire is going to yell at... This one does believe that we are at the near the creature's end. And he is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. To try to encircle it as much as they can. And that's my... Alright, so that's my action surge. And that is it for me.
Alright. The dwarf is up next. And I am just looking up grapple because I can't remember. I feel like don't they get disadvantage on attacks if they're grappled?
I think so.
I really can't move.
Grappled.
Not helpful.
If speed becomes 0, yeah, it doesn't say anything. It just says it can't move.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I found too, but I thought there was something about attacks, but that's okay. Because the dwarf is still raging, which actually I just realized I forgot to have all that damage. That's okay. The dwarf is still raging, so he just kind of yells and swings again with the great axe. The first swing misses wide. The second one just barely hits, bites into the tail where it's holding him. And where's the big one? There it is.
Not the big one.
Not a ton of damage. Does a little bit of damage, but bloodies it a little bit. And I think he's just gonna stay there. He's gonna stay grappled for now. He's not gonna try to get out because he's right where he wants to be, which is within reach of the monster. So that is his turn. The goblin, let me pull up the spells again, is gonna do same thing, magic missile. And cat again, same thing. Like makes a throwing motion. You see a streak of red light. And that is all of my d4s again. Where did they go?
My brain generally completely left field.
My brain's that spinning seal.
Today, mine has been like the loading screen.
Yeah, it's been mine. It's been rough.
Actually, no. This is for all my old school gamers out there. So my brain today has been when you turn on your PlayStation 2 and it does the and then it goes all black and you're not sure if it's going to actually load the disc or not. So there's that black screen and you're just like sitting there like, are you going to work? Are you going to work? Are you going to work? That's been my brain all day.
Exactly what you're talking about. That's very funny.
Yeah.
Are you sure your cartridge or your memory card isn't?
Also, 5 minutes for ads.
Thank you.
Thank you, 5.
So that's the goblin's turn, and so Florence is up.
That's me.
If you're
Hi.
fast, we
I'm
might
gonna-
be able to wrap this up just in
Go,
time for
go,
I'm
go,
gonna
go,
bow
go,
it.
go, go!
I'm gonna bow
Do
it. I'm
Do
moving
it.
to bow. Don't let me down, glass dice.
Don't let me down.
16 plus 7.
That hits.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't forget your hunter's mark.
I know.
Okay. Shake your booty. shake your
9,
booty.
10, 11. 11.
11.
11
I
damage.
want to do this.
Yeah!
You said to make it quick, so I
did.
took him down. Okay, so I'm gonna like do a sweet like slide in the sand as I'm like, you know,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna release. And if I could just like hit it right up in the rib cage and just like straight into the heart.
Yeah. So as you do your awesome slide in the sand, and we see a slow motion, like we're on the arrow, aiming right into where it hits
Yes.
hits this guy, this monster. Right. It actually goes behind the second leg, and embeds all the way into the feathers, all the way up to the fletching of the arrow, and the force of the arrow just knocks it over. And it doesn't get up, and the tail drops limp, and the dwarf falls out of the tail onto the ground.
The door?
Dwarf.
Dwarf.
There was the door
There
we
is
were
no
looking
door.
for! There was the door we were looking for! Where's Bill? Bill, we found the door!
That's amazing.
I'm
And
concerned. Oh my god.
I think that is a good place to start. Stop.
Start.
Go to break.
Let's go.
Wait,
Not
which one?
start. The
Starters?
opposite of start. Go
Stop.
to break. So we're gonna take a break, get something to drink, get a snack, go to the bathroom,
Get some
go
coffee.
potty.
maybe.
I'm sorry. Get some coffee. All of the
Done.
things, and we will see you here in a minute.
Bye.
That's good. Because I was worried because your friends seem to get mad at you.
Friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count that as a good thing.
That is
Thing
fine.
usually.
Yes,
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
right.
You
So
do
would-
also call everyone.
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
All right.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
You gotta tug at the door. Why would you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
so
He is indeed a natural.
He is a natural Jeff.
We rolled a natural Jeff.
he is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah.
Grass-fed.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go.
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Also-
we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying up and doing the dragging
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
didn't just leave them in the
Oh.
woods. Yeah.
you're dragging
Okay.
bodies down the road on your car.
We're not
We
dragging them
made
down the road. They're on
We
like
made a
little
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A sled. Like a sled.
We're not barbarian.
We're not just gonna leave them in the woods. Come on.
Is I'm not
Jeffrey,
a
that's
mu-
the dog. that's the dog.
Did you hear it in your mind? Did you hear it on my
He
mind?
can talk.
Oh, and you must be the Jeffrey.
There it is. The Jeffrey.
And he looks at you longingly. And hold on. Gotta check something. Gotta check something. Hold. Hold.
Was that good for longing?
Longing.
Yes, this is how the actual people you're training.
Now I need to
There's
rock
basically
bucket.
50 elven children going all over the place. So, but with axes, because it's axe training day.
That's it.
So you gave me the necklace, and I love
I-
it.
Thank you.
Do you still have the other half?
Of course. And he kind
Good
of
to
like,
see it.
yep, he, kind of ruffles
Oh,
his
he's
shirt and
wearing
pulls it out. Yep.
Okay.
The thing where the smoke comes out.
Chimney! There you go.
Really? Really? I'm kidding.
That's amazing. That's so good.
It was mostly the face with a.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yes, go start.
Now this, goblin knot. It's not a plant I've ever heard of, but it could just be another misspelling. Because maybe that K is an S. He sort of turns the paper a little bit. Yeah, that must be what it is. Parvovis cabolus muca involta. Goblin snot. Bugbear boogies. Used in pungent poultices and unctuous ointments due to its veritable viscosity. It binds ingredients together, provided you don't care how noxious the result is. For reasons I'm sure you can imagine, I don't keep any around. You'll have to ask a goblin.
You realize, Jeff, that for now and forever, every time someone says your name on stream, we're gonna be like,
Jeffrey!
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Both. It's a mix of both.
Looking, found something you have.
You're also blowing out on the mic.
Yeah,
little
that's
bit.
very true.
Be here all night.
Oh.
And by all night, I mean
God.
for another hour.
Looks like that.
I can't see that.
Right there.
Oh, okay.
I would like you to.
There's a picture in the Discord.
Yeah.
Fine. We don't have to do it then.
She's a very plain widow.
No. And like the metal of the armor is just gonna kind of like ripple up my arm and just show like the nub, and then it will come back.
Yeah, what if Xing Xing did it?
Like very Terminator style.
Look at my nub.
Dun 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 dun.
That needs to be clipped.
Ask me about my nub.
Ask
Ask
me about my nub.
Yes, exactly.
Take my strong hand.
There's like a vein popping out in your forehead, turning red.
This is my happy vein.
Happy vein. I got closer than last time. She looks at you and she goes, impressive.
So happy.
That's the exact same thing he said to you in the dream.
Go on.
That's it.
Fuck.
I am not Matt Mercer. Hi, I'm off-brand Matt Mercer. Great value, if you will.
Great value,
Mert Master.
Mert Masser. Oh shit! No, I'm just Devin. It's fine.
Bye.
Oh my God.
3 halflings in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Yes.
There it is.
Oh my God.
We are doing
Okay.
that at some point because there are 3 of us.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
There you
Needs
go.
to be done. And I have
Alright.
a trench coat.
All right, but I'm
We like clips.
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 Clips are very important.
You should definitely make clips of today. If you don't, I will find you, and I will TPKO you.
That's good. Because I was worried because your friends seemed to get mad at you.
Well, friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count that as a good thing.
That is fine.
Usually.
Yes,
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
right.
You do also call everyone
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my mind,
All right.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
You gotta tug in the door. Why would you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
so
He is indeed a natural.
He is a natural Jeff. We rolled a natural Jeff.
he is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah.
Grass-fed.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go.
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying
onto-
up and doing the dragging thing.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
didn't just leave them in the woods. Yeah.
You're dragging
Okay.
bodies down the road on your car?
We're not
We
dragging
made
them down the road. They're on
We
like
made
a
a
little
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a sled. Like a sled.
We're not barbarian.
We're not just gonna leave them in the woods. Come on.
I'm not.
Jeffrey, that's the dogs. That's the dog.
Did you hear it in your mind? Did you hear it on my
He
mind?
can talk.
Oh, and you must be the Jeffrey.
There it is. The Jeffrey.
And he looks at you longingly. And hold on. Gotta check something. Gotta check something. Hold. Hold.
Was that good for longing?
Longing.
Yes, this is how the actual people you're training.
Now I need to
There's
run.
basically 50 elven children going all over the place. So, but with axes. Because it's axe training day.
That's it.
So you gave me the necklace, and I love
I-
it.
Thank you.
Do you still have the other half?
Of course. And he kind
Good
of
to
like.
see it.
Yep. He, kind of ruffles
Oh,
his
he's
shirt and
wearing
pulls it out. Yep.
Okay.
The thing where the smoke comes out.
Chimney! There you go.
Really? Really? I'm kidding.
That's amazing. That's so good.
It was mostly the face with a.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yes. Go start.
Now this goblin knot. It's not a plant I've ever heard of, but it could just be another misspelling. Because maybe that K is an S. He sort of turns the paper a little bit. Yeah, that must be what it is. Parvovis cabolus muca involta. Goblin snot. Bugbear boogies. Used in pungent poultices and unctuous ointments due to its veritable viscosity. It binds ingredients together, provided you don't care how noxious the result is. For reasons I'm sure you can imagine, I don't keep any around. You'll have to ask a goblin. You realize, Jeff, that for now and forever, every time someone says your name on stream, we're gonna be like,
Jeffrey!
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Both. It's a mix of both.
Found something you have.
You're also blowing out on the mic.
Yeah,
little
that's
bit.
very true.
Be here all night.
Oh.
And by all night, I mean
God.
for another hour.
Looks like that.
I can't see that.
Right there.
Oh, okay. I would like you to.
There's a picture in the Discord.
Yeah.
Fine. We don't have to do it then.
She's a very plain widow.
No. And like the metal of the armor is just gonna kind of like ripple up my arm and just show like the nub, and then it will come back.
Yeah, what if Xing Xing did it?
Like very Terminator style.
Look at my nub.
Dun 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 dun.
That needs to be clipped.
Ask me about my nub.
Ask me about my nub.
Yes, exactly.
Take my strong hand.
There's like a vein popping out in your forehead, turning red.
This is my happy vein.
Happy vein. I got closer than last time. She looks at you and she goes, impressive.
So happy.
That's the exact same thing he said to you in the dream.
Go on.
That's it.
Fuck.
I am not Matt Mercer. Hi, I'm off-brand Matt Mercer. Great value, if you will.
Great value,
Mert Masser.
Mert Masser. Oh shit! No, I'm just Devin. It's fine.
Bye.
Oh my God.
3 halflings in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Yes.
There it is.
Oh my God.
We are doing that at some point because there are 3 of us.
Yep.
Yes.
There you
Needs
go.
to be done. And I have a
Alright.
trench coat.
All right, but
We like clips.
Clips.
Clips are very important.
You should definitely make clips of today. If you don't, I will find you, and I will TPKO you.
That's good. Well, because I was worried because your friends seemed to get mad at you.
Friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count that as a good thing.
That is fine.
Usually.
Yes.
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
Right.
You
So
do
would-
also call everyone
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
all right.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
You gotta tug at the door. Why would you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
So,
He is indeed a natural.
He is a natural Jeff. We rolled a natural Jeff.
he is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah.
Grass-fed.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go.
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying
onto-
up and doing the dragging thing.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
didn't just leave them in the
Oh.
woods. Yeah.
You're dragging
Okay.
bodies down the road on your car?
We're not
We
dragging
made
them down
a-
the road. They're on
We
like
made a
little
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a sled. Like a sled.
We're not barbarian.
We're not just gonna leave them in the woods. Come on.
I'm not.
Jeffrey, that's the dogs. That's the dog.
Did you hear it in your mind? Did you hear that in my
He can
mind?
talk.
Oh, and you must be the Jeffrey.
There it is. The Jeffrey.
And he looks at you longingly. And hold on. Gotta check something. Gotta check something. Hold.
Was that good for longing?
Longing.
Yes, this is how the actual people you're training.
Now I need to.
There's basically 50 elven children going all over the place. So,
Oh!
but with axes, because it's axe training day.
That's it.
Well, too bad. Hold on.
Too damn bad.
That's too damn bad. I'm tired, Grandpa.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad.
You do that well.
Well, thank you. I in another campaign, I am a grandpa.
He does
so-
have experience being old.
There
I
you go.
do.
Exactly.
In D&D, I have experience playing old. You're absolutely right.
In
Claire.
real
Thank
life.
you. No,
Exactly.
not yet.
Speaking-
I'm not old until May 26th.
I was
Then
gonna say,
then I'm
speaking
old.
of being old, someone is coming up on a big birthday this weekend. Make sure you wish Mr. Tony a happy birthday on what day is it? Sunday? Monday?
Sunday.
Sunday?
26th is Sunday.
On Sunday, because he turns the big 4-0.
It's two of my friends that have birthdays on Sunday.
Oh, I'm one of your friends? That's awesome.
Okay, I know two people that have birthdays on.
First off, how dare you? Second off, where's the leave call button?
It's the big red one that looks like a phone.
It's like a phone hanging up.
All right,
Okay.
deuces.
Bye.
It's been real, it's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun.
Oh my god.
And Legionnaire got killed.
Yeah.
Sadly. All right. Anyway,
Interesting.
we're back.
There's this button
Welcome
here
back.
that says stop streaming.
All right, so you guys managed to kill the Behir, very large hulking monster that popped out of the sand, with Florence getting the killing shot.
Yeah.
The monster, as I said, fell over on its side. It dropped the dwarf out of its tail. And I didn't even get a chance to swallow anybody. I'm a little sad about that one.
I loot the body.
I
You
hate
that
it
body
when I
now?
don't have the chance to swallow people.
I know, it was one
No,
of the
I'm
things.
kidding. I am Legionnaire after checking. We'll first go over. Well, okay. So Legionnaire's gonna do a couple things. So first off, Legionnaire, after watching Florence do that cool slide, says this one appreciates a well-placed shot, especially since your accuracy leaves something to be desired from time to time.
Okay. I don't remember asking your opinion on the giant lizard that I just killed.
This opinion was not on the lizard. This opinion was on your accuracy difficulties from time to time.
Looked pretty damn accurate to me.
But and that was a very well done shot. So this one is appreciative and congratulates you on delivering the killing blow. And they will bow.
Can I flick him?
Roll for
You could
flick.
certainly try.
Roll for flick. What is this?
Roll for flick.
All right.
Unarmed strike?
Unarmed strike, sure.
Bet.
Bet.
This is gonna break my finger, isn't it?
He is made of metal.
13?
Misses! Ha!
Misses.
Do I miss or do I just
So-
hurt myself?
I would say with a 13 you hit, but you flick so hard that it like bruises your fingernail, and he doesn't hardly feel it.
That was an interesting choice of action, compatriot Florence. Are you all right?
I don't want to talk about it.
Curious.
Just watch it.
And then but they are gonna go over to the dwarf and check on the dwarf and saying, "Greetings, compatriot. Are you all right? Do you need healing in any way?" And and Legionnaire's only walking to the dwarf because the dwarf is closest from walking.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. And he just slings his axe over his shoulder and goes to walk over to where the other two are standing.
Wonderful. And then Legionnaire will go over to Callie and say, "Compatriot Callie, are you all right? You took a sufficient amount of damage from this large monstrosity."
Yes, don't remind me. I'm used to kicking ass, not getting my ass kicked. Thanks.
This one apologizes. This one did not mean to infer any negative abilities in any way. Your blows were very critical in defeating this monstrosity. So this one thanks you for your efforts, and they will bow.
Sure, I'm gonna go be embarrassed somewhere else now.
We're on a roll, baby. And then Legionnaire will hunt down Professor Take and say, "Greetings, Professor Take. This one does have an inquiry if you have a moment."
He's like peeking out like around the sand dune, and it's like, "Is it dead? Did you kill it yet?"
Yes. First off, that one has been sufficiently defeated thanks to the wonderful abilities of all of the compatriots here, especially compatriot Florence and compatriot Callie. Were you aware of this creature being within this area, possibly coming into its natural habitat or anything like that?
No, of course not. If I had known this creature was here, I wouldn't have brought us this way at all. This was just the shortest distance from here to the from the city to the pass that we need to get to. Why? How dare you insinuate that I would purposefully take us through a monster's habitat?
This one is only questioning that. What was this thing called again?
Behir.
Behir. Okay. This one is only curious because when the creature first appeared, this one does remember you saying, "Oh, up here. That's interesting. I've never seen one of those before."
I'm not nowhere. I didn't know there was one around here before. But it's very interesting. I mean, this seems like I know that they live in the desert, but the desert is very big. I didn't know that there was one here. I mean, quite frankly, it's fascinating, but I did not know that there would be one here.
Curious. Well, this one would, if you are able to provide a map with general directions, so that way we may map out any potential future situations to avoid these as best as possible, especially since compatriot Callie did get severely wounded during the battle.
This map is proprietary, and it's in a language that you probably don't read, and I don't feel like I should have to share my research with you. But I will tell you that we are going from here to the Kizdujet Pass, that we will pass through those mountains, and he'll point off in the distance. You can just see a line of mountains, like low mountains, not too far. And the tomb is supposed to be just on the other side of those mountains.
Can I roll an intimidation check to saying this one is very concerned about their compatriots as well as the well-being of any other compatriots we have along the way. If this information is not provided in a complete and effective manner, then that will impede upon our abilities to keep you and your party safe on your way to our destination. So this one does insist that you do show the map with the specific directions to us.
Roll an intimidation check.
All right. Oh, and I have my inspiration that I got from a while back. Somebody cashed in inspiration for me. And I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it right now.
Rigged.
I'm going to guess an 11 doesn't do anything.
Let's see. Oh, an 11 does not do anything, unfortunately. And he's just gonna respond by like puffing up again and just like, I paid you to do a job. I knew this would be dangerous. That's why I hired you. And you're supposed to be protecting the rest of us from danger. That's why I hired you. And if you can't provide that service, then I don't know why you're here, why you took the job in the first place.
So, if you could see a Warforged do the if that you could actually see that, that's about as close as what Legionnaire does in that moment. And they will go, apologies for the inconvenience. This one just wanted to make sure that we had the most accurate and up-to-date information possible. We will be more than glad to continue on the journey and work with you to keep you and your party safe to the best of our abilities.
Well, thank you. And just so you know, this map is just a map. It doesn't show any dangers. I just know that the desert is dangerous. That's why I hired you.
Understood. And as Legionnaire turns around to go check on the Patriots, compatriots, they go. It's once again, it's like if you could see a Warforged go, you motherfucker.
Legionnaire learns violence.
Curious.
Would all of this be enough to generate a short rest?
Well, it is. The sun is starting to set, so you would expect that you would be making camp soon anyway.
Okay.
So, you can if you want.
Nah.
Or you can wait till
We'll
you make
we'll
camp.
just wait till we make camp. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. So does anybody check the body of the monster for anything?
Sure.
All right.
Callie checks it for her dignity.
Oh.
Finds nothing.
Whoever checks the body finds 140 gold pieces, a metal whistle, and a signet ring that is a little bit dented and rusted, but would be worth 5 gold if you tried to sell it somewhere. Mostly for the gem, because the gem is still intact. A metal whistle.
Why did the lizard have a metal whistle?
Why did the lizard have 140 gold?
Probably
I
ate a
guess
lot
he
of
wanted to
people.
buy something, but like, why a whistle?
Yeah, maybe though the lizard is in a band.
That one
and-
episode where the Bahir goes to the market.
All right. So, anything else you guys want to do before you make camp?
So is that 140 gold total? Or do we
It's
find 140
total,
apiece?
so you
Okay.
guys can split it up however you want.
Nope. I looted. I'm keeping it. I'm just kidding.
But seriously. While we're walking on our way to making camp, what kind of check could I do on the whistle? To see if it's got any unique markings or anything like that.
You could do an investigation check.
Okay. I am better at that than I thought. Okay.
It's 46-ish gold each.
I'll just take 45 and then let you keep whatever. So 9 plus 4 for 13.
13, you take a close look at the whistle, and it's like the signet ring, a little bit dented and rusted, clearly had been chewed on a bit. You don't see any markings or anything that would tell you that where it came from, or there's no writing on it or anything.
It's a whistle.
It's a whistle.
Made of the same stuff you are.
Similar anyway.
Ding ding. Curious.
Try
No,
and
we're
play
not
it.
gonna go with that thought.
Compatriot Florence, this one does not have an orifice with which to be able to play a whistle.
Yeah, but you can try. Come on. I just want to see it.
So, I guess Legionnaire will look at it for a second. Look at Florence. Look at it. Look at Florence. And then, like, while maintaining, like, lens to eye contact, kind of put it in, like, a metal groove underneath the glass eye. Did
Try-
you hear?
try
Did you hear anything?
One more time. One more time. As he puts it up to his mouth, I'm gonna whistle. Or up to his whatever. Oh, look at that! You did it! I'm so proud.
Can I roll an insight?
I was gonna say roll deception.
Yeah, I got
Florence.
roll deception.
All right, deception versus insight.
Oh
Yep.
god.
Wait, can she get advantage if I go along with it?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Oh, thank God. That did not help. What did you get?
24.
5.
What'd you roll
That's
with
amazing.
advantage?
A 5 plus 0. I'm not very
That's
deceptive.
So, Legionnaire will look at the whistle, then look at you, and go, this one does appreciate the effort. However, this one has been in existence for a long time and knows that knows its orifices, and thus knows what orifices will work when it comes to blowing a whistle, and they will hand it back to you.
What orifices do you have?
Yeah, no, I was gonna ask the same thing.
Well, this one does have auditory orifices for which being able to listen and all that. Surprisingly enough, this one does not have a mouth orifice. What you're actually hearing is being telecommunicated to you.
Get out of my head.
You can't read my thoughts anyway, and she's gonna flip you off, and you see a ring on her middle finger.
This one was not reading your thoughts. This is how this one communicates.
I don't know how I feel about it, but I guess we've gone this far. It's fine. How did I know that? You couldn't have told me in my mind?
Would you
Like,
have noticed
hello?
Would you have noticed if I told you in your mind?
Yeah, because you would have told me you were in my mind. In my mind. You say, hello, Florence, it's me, Lee. Inside your mind.
Wait, how much range do you have to...
I don't have a receiver. Do I know what a receiver is?
Like, if I'm... How far does your thought intrusion go?
Intrusion.
Honestly, it's not been tested any further than what organics with an oral orifice would deem to be shouting distance. It's not been tested beyond that.
Okay, you set up the tent. I'm gonna go about 50 paces and see how this works.
I love this.
It's an acceptable hypothesis. This one is
I
accepted
just
for that.
immediately turn around and start walking in the opposite direction. And every so often I'll be like, can you? Like, say something.
Hello, compatriot Florence.
Damn. And I go farther. How far does it go?
I mean,
He's actually been talking shit about us to Inara this entire time.
No, I mean, for practicality purposes, it basically works like shouting distance. So, like, they can raise the volume of what it sounds like when they do the mental telepathy. But yes, there is a range where you can, like, not hear it.
Okay, but hear me out. Does it change with terrain? Because, like, here, open sands, if there's not really anything to bounce off of, would it actually die faster? Like in a forest, would it die faster? Would it be more quiet near a river?
We never really tested that.
That's because we didn't know. How will we test if we don't know? Been talking in my mind this entire time.
Why do you think this one gets interesting reactions from folks when they first interact with them?
Well, there are several reasons for that, but...
Yeah. Because you're warforged and not organic, and they're not used to it.
And also you greet everyone with, you have an inquiry if they have a moment, so...
Is that not a standard acceptable initial interaction with individuals?
Oh, you'd,
I wouldn't
you'd
say it's
generally-
unacceptable, but it's not really standard.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Can I
Curious.
talk in my head and you hear me? Can I talk to you in my head? Since you're already there?
You know, this one's never really tested that.
Inside my head, I'm saying, hello? Hello?
Are you speaking? This one doesn't hear anything.
No, I am. It's just not working.
Well, remember, this one does have auditory capabilities. So, once again, this one is, think of it as one-way communication. As that way, to compatriot Callie's concerns, this one can't read thoughts or, be intrusive in any, negative way.
See, I'm not gonna lie. I think of all of our communication is one way.
No, you can hear me and I can hear you.
Yep.
Are you referencing keeping on one's toes? And they will go up on their toes real quick.
I really am. Look at you. Look at you. Mate, I'm so proud of you. You're wild. You're growing. I'm so proud.
This one did grow because they went up on their toes, so.
Keeping on your toes.
And I'm assuming the rest of the group that's watching this is like, what?
They're also confused and like, he's been talking in our minds.
Yeah.
I would say the rest of the group's probably busy like setting up camp and tents and making a campfire and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So they weren't really paying attention to what you guys were doing.
Thank God. All right.
Cool.
Camp time.
All right, you guys
I think that was our camp time, let's be honest. Because remember, I was setting up the tent while you were doing all that. So our tents are all set up and ready to go.
Any other discussion you guys want to have before you turn in?
Not as of right now, I don't think.
This one is.
Well then.
This one's
go
good. This one's good.
It's good.
Yep.
Okay. I have some flavor text to read. As night falls over the expansive desert, the expedition and your party make camp, seeking respite beneath the canopy of stars. The rhythmic rustle of the wind through the dunes provides a calming backdrop to the stillness of the night. The embers of the campfire flicker, casting dancing shadows on the tents and sand. Amidst the tranquility, however, an abrupt noise shatters the calm of the desert night. Your senses keenly detect the furtive movements nearby. As you rouse from your slumber, you glimpse a group of goblin thieves attempting to make off with pilfered goods from the expedition. The goblins, their wiry frames silhouetted against the moonlit sand, scurry like shadows through the camp. Their beady eyes glint with mischief as they attempt to escape into the night, clutching stolen provisions and valuables. It's mostly provisions, and you guys spot them essentially at the top of a dune, just as they're climbing up towards the top.
How far away?
I will say it's about 100 feet.
Can I shoot an arrow?
You certainly can.
Callie is going to shout in Goblin. She speaks Goblin.
Ooh.
Hey, little shits, you're not getting away with that. And she's just going to run after him.
They just cackle in reply.
Okay, well, that's another nat 20, so.
Woo!
Oh my. Yeah, I would say you hit. So there's 4 goblins.
Okay.
They are each holding two. There's 2 bags of like food and things that they're carrying. 2 goblins per bag. So you aim at a goblin. And you rolled an at 20, so the 20 would hit for sure.
Okay.
20 plus.
Generic goblin number
Yes,
1, 2.
27.
Yeah.
Whichever one is farthest, I guess.
Okay. How much damage?
9.
9. So that goblin goes down and actually starts tumbling down the dunes towards where you guys are.
Yeah.
The other goblin that was holding that bag of food drops the bag of food and takes off even faster.
So are the other 2 goblins that are left within 10 feet of each other?
Yeah, they're pretty close to each other. Like the 2 goblins that are left. Well, the third one is.
Yeah. I'm not worried about that one
goblins
anymore.
that are left they're holding a bag of food between the 2 of them, and they're scrambling up the dune as fast as they can.
All right, so I'm going to take my take an arcane shot and use bursting arrow. So.
Okay.
All right, so. And that's I'm gonna shoot at the one you said they're basically like right next to each other, so it doesn't matter which one I really shoot at.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just pick one. Just shoot, and I will tell you.
Is a 14 hit?
A 14 misses, unfortunately.
Okay, well I get another attack because fighter.
Yep.
Is a 22 hit?
22 hits.
Okay, so not only do I get my D8, the target and all the other creatures within 10 feet take 2d6 force damage each.
Force damage, okay.
Yep. So, let me get my D8.
Roll your D8 first.
Alright, so one of them gets hit for 11 piercing.
That one goes down.
And then, well, that one will... then the other one will take 7 force damage.
Force damage?
Mm-hmm.
That one also goes down, but because your arrow bursts, that bag of food that they were carrying also takes the damage and bursts apart, gets destroyed.
Whoopsie doodle.
That burst kind of echoes across the land.
Do a tornado plan.
Oh.
So I'm just checking which room would be best to move everybody into, and it looks like it'll be the playroom.
All right, sounds good.
Nice. Safety first.
Safety
first.
Safety
Yes.
third.
Yeah, right. So the as the burst explodes in light and force, the lone goblin left is long gone over the edge of the dune, and you just hear the howl of maybe wolves in the distance as the goblin cackles into the night.
Legionnaire will Legionnaire will turn to Callie and say, "That was a good call out, compatriot Callie."
She's just staring at you.
What? They heard you. This one heard you yell something in Goblin, so you obviously had called out to them.
Yeah, but I mean, they had the same reaction that they just had to you.
Fair. All right. Well, let us go gather the provisions that were salvageable.
Not destroyed by you.
That were salvageable. This one took a calculated risk and did a 2-for-1 shot, so...
1 3-for-1 if you count our food.
There were still two bags of provisions that were saved. And plus, this one doesn't have to eat, so the provisions in that third bag may not have been needed.
It was one. There were 2 bags that they were carrying away, and one was destroyed, so it's just one left.
Oh, I thought the third. Oh, so each one of them had a bag. Okay.
So there were 4 goblins, 2 goblins on one bag, and 2 goblins on another. Because the goblins are not very big.
Got
so
it.
Took 2 of them to carry like a full adult, human-sized backpack full of food, basically.
Whoopsie doodle. Well,
So do you go grab the other food?
the one bag, that's fine, yes.
As you bring it back to the camp, everybody is kind of gathered around the campfire to see what happened. And Professor Take is like wringing his hands.
Yeah, I think Legionnaire would provide a detailed breakdown of what happened.
Very detailed, right down to the hair in the nostril of the goblin.
Hey, they've been around long enough to know that people don't need to hear that anymore. He used to go that far down, but level 10, they've figured out that, like, okay, not everybody needs to know that detail. That one's getting stored in the databanks.
So as you're describing what happened and that that half the food was destroyed, you notice the 3 other adventurers kind of looking at each other. And Professor Take starts to look a little worried. And the dwarf walks over to Professor Take and and pulls him out off to the side and they have a conversation.
Does it look heated?
It looks a little heated. It looks a little like Professor Take is trying to convince them of something. And the dwarf's just shaking his head.
Curious.
Very curious.
Charlie's just gonna be like, well, it's a good thing I brought extra food for myself. I'm just staring at Legionnaire.
I would like to walk up and see if I can hear their conversation.
Make a perception check. Are you trying to do it without them noticing?
Necessarily.
Okay, make a perception check then.
Okay. $15.
So you catch the tail end of the conversation, and the dwarf is saying, "Well, this isn't what we signed up for," and Taki's like, "Well, but we might need the extra hands," and the dwarf is like, "Well, I don't know that you're going to have enough food for all the rest of these people, and we could see some of them safe back to the town." And Taki's like, but that won't leave very many people left. And if there's a back and forth, that you gather that the dwarf and his party are planning on leaving in the morning, with about half of the other people that are in the expedition, the servants and porters and things, to escort them back to the town.
As I hear this part of the conversation, Florence is gonna go up and just say, sorry to interrupt, but you're leaving in the morning?
Well, yeah, if we don't have half the provisions for half the expedition, then half the expedition can't stay. And some of the others want to go back, and I think it's fair that they should be seen back safely. And so me and my folks are gonna take them back to town.
Okay, but I mean, where's the glory in it?
Not in it for the glory, in it for the money.
Okay, but you're not getting the money if you leave.
There. I'll get it from somebody, but if we're gonna starve before we even get there, we're not gonna get any money from the tomb either.
Okay, first off, if you're an adventurer and you didn't bring your own provisions, along with whatever is provided, why are you here?
Hey, that was the deal. That was the deal we made. Food, provisions, the tents, those are supposed to be provided. That's not being provided. Part of my pay means I'm not getting paid. Gotta go back to town and get a job that will pay me.
Really not.
Callie's gonna walk up at this point and just like, I got my own shit, even though I knew there was stuff being provided in case something like this happened.
It's on
Maybe,
you.
maybe we're better off without you here, actually. If you're not going to be prepared for the fight.
That's your call.
Technically, it's yours, but
Yeah, that's the call I'm making.
why not leave now?
I'm gonna leave in the middle of the night. We'll leave first thing in the morning. And with that, he just walks off to the tent that he's sharing with the other two. And Professor Take was just like watching this like a tennis match, the two of you going back and forth.
Callie's
And-
actually
and
going to turn to Professor Take. I'm like, I thought you hired like the most skilled people for this. I mean, you hired them. You complain about us, and you hired those fucking weak ass people who get scared of one little goblin thing.
Look, I hired the people that would take the contract. They took the contract, you took the contract. They're clearly not up to snuff, but I'm still going, and if you're willing
So do we
to
get their pay?
continue-
Since
Absolutely.
technically you don't have...
I'm not paying them. I'll pay them enough to get back to town to take the rest, some of the caravan folks that don't want to stay. But they're not getting their full pay. I'll pay you the difference.
Oh.
And then she's like, oh, it's acceptable to me.
All right then. So first thing in the morning, we'll set out. All right. Okay. And he'll kind of just like nervously, again, wringing his hands a little bit, go back to his tent and settle in for the night.
So Legionnaire at this point has been pretty much on standby mode because there's battle, whatever. So they're going back to their to do their rest, which means that they can still hear everything that goes on. They just are like non-responsive.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you wanted to make me up, you could. Because you two have seen me enough to know, like, you can still talk to me while I'm like this, but if you want to wake me up, you'd have to specifically wake me up.
I don't want to wake you up, but I do want to do something.
Okay.
I want to like get some water and get some sand and like draw a mustache on Legionnaire while he's on standby mode.
Would that be enough to wake Legionnaire up?
Nah. Especially
All
since
right,
Callie's probably... Well,
probably
go
done
ahead,
it
sorry.
before. Callie, make a performance check to see how good the mustache is and how well like the sand sticks on.
Performance. 26.
That is a beautiful mustache. It's like even sculpted a little bit, like you got the sand just the right amount of wet that it's like raised up and it like twirls around and everything. It is a beautiful sand mustache.
And then after that, she's gonna laugh a little bit and then go back to her tent.
All right. If you guys don't have anything else that you want to do, you can take a long rest. And quite frankly, if we wanted to take a break now, I don't know how close we are to the next break. That would be a good breaking point.
It's about 6 minutes.
6 minutes?
Yeah.
So we could.
Yeah, so it'll happen during our break, so.
Okay. I think that's a good point to take a break if you wanted to.
All right.
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
All right. So everybody go get a drink, go get a snack, go potty, and we'll see you back here shortly.
All right, sounds good.
That's good. Because I was worried because your friends seem to get mad at you.
Friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count that as a good thing.
That is fine.
Usually.
Yes.
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
Right.
You do also call everyone.
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
All right.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
You gotta tug in the door. Why would you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
So,
He is indeed a natural.
He is a natural Jeff.
We rolled a natural Jeff.
he is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah.
Grass-fed.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go.
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying
onto-
up and doing the dragging thing.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
didn't just leave them in the
Oh.
woods. Yeah.
You're dragging
Okay.
bodies down the road on your car.
We're not
We
dragging
made
them down
a-
the road. They're on
We
like
made a
little
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A sled. Like a sled.
We're not barbarian.
We're not just gonna leave them in the woods. Come on.
I'm not.
Jeffrey, that's the dogs. That's the dog.
Did you hear it in your mind? Did you hear it on my
He
mind?
can talk.
Oh, and you must be the Jeffrey.
There it is. The Jeffrey.
And he looks at you longingly. And hold on. Gotta check something. Gotta check something. Hold.
Was that good for longing?
Longing.
Yes, this is how the actual people you're training.
Now I need to
There's
wrap
basically
bucket.
50 elven children going all over the place. So, but with axes. Because it's axe training day.
That's it.
So you gave me the necklace, and I love
I-
it.
Thank you.
Do you still have the other half?
Of course. And he kind
Good
of
to
like,
see it.
yep, he, kind of ruffles
Oh,
his
he's
shirt and
wearing
pulls
it?
it out. Yep.
Okay.
The thing where the smoke comes out.
Chimney! There you go.
Really? Really? I'm kidding.
That's amazing. That's so good.
It was mostly the face with a.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yes. Go start.
Now this goblin knot. It's not a plant I've ever heard of, but it could just be another misspelling. Because maybe that K is an S. He sort of turns the paper a little bit. Yeah, that must be what it is. Parvovis cabolus muca involta. Goblin snot. Bugbear boogies. Used in pungent poultices and unctuous ointments due to its veritable viscosity. It binds ingredients together, provided you don't care how noxious the result is. For reasons I'm sure you can imagine, I don't keep any around. You'll have to ask a goblin. You realize, Jeff, that for now and forever, every time someone says your name on stream, we're gonna be like,
Jeffrey!
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Both. It's a mix of both.
Found something you have.
You're also blowing out on the mic.
Yeah,
little
that's
bit.
very true.
Be here all night.
Oh.
And by all night, I mean
God.
for another hour.
Looks like that.
I can't see that.
Right there.
Oh, okay.
I would like you to.
There's a picture in the Discord.
Yeah.
Fine. We don't have to do it then.
She's a very plain widow.
go. And like the metal of the armor is just gonna kind of like ripple up my arm and just show like the nub, and then it will come back.
Yeah, what if Xing Xing did it?
Like very Terminator style.
Look at my nub.
Dun 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 dun.
That needs to be clipped.
Ask me about my nub.
Ask me about my nub.
Yes, exactly.
Take my strong hand. There's like a vein popping out in your forehead, turning red.
This is my happy vein.
Happy vein. I got closer than last time. She looks at you and she goes, impressive.
So happy.
That's the exact same thing he said to you in the dream.
Go on.
That's it.
Fuck. I am not Matt Mercer. Hi, I'm off-brand Matt Mercer. Great value, if you will.
Great value,
Mert Masser.
Mert Masser. Oh shit! No, I'm just Devin. It's fine.
Bye.
Oh my God.
3 halflings in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Yes.
There it is.
Oh my God.
We are doing that at some point because there are 3 of us.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
There you
Needs
go.
to be done. And I have a
Alright.
trench coat.
All right, but I'm.
We like clips.
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 Clips are very important.
You should definitely make clips of today. If you don't, I will find you, and I will TPKO you.
That's good. Well, because I was worried because your friends seemed to get mad at you.
Friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count that as a good thing.
That is fine.
Usually.
Yes.
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
Right, right.
You do also call everyone
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
All right.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
You gotta tug in the door. Why would you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
So,
He is indeed a natural.
He is a natural Jeff.
We rolled a natural Jeff.
he is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah.
Grass-fed.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go.
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying
onto-
up and doing the dragging thing.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
didn't just leave them in the woods. Yeah.
You're dragging
Okay.
bodies down the road on your car.
We're not
We
dragging them
made
down
a-
the road. They're on
We
like
made a
little
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a sled. Like a sled.
We're not barbarian.
We're not just gonna leave them in the woods. Come on.
I'm not.
Jeffrey, that's the dogs. That's the dog.
Did you hear it in your mind? Did you hear it on my
He
mind?
can talk.
Oh, and you must be the Jeffrey.
There it is. The Jeffrey.
And he looks at you longingly. And hold on. Gotta check something. Gotta check something. Hold. Hold.
Was that good for longing?
Longing.
Yes, this is how the actual people you're training.
Now I need to
There's
rock
basically
bucket.
50 elven children going all over the place. So, but with axes. Because it's axe training day.
That's it. That's it.
So you gave me the necklace, and I love
I-
it.
Thank you.
Do you still have the other half?
Of course. And he kind
Good
of
to
like.
see it.
Yep. He, kind of ruffles
Oh,
his
he's
shirt and
wearing
pulls
it?
it out. Yep.
Okay.
The thing where the smoke comes out.
Chimney! There you go.
Really? Really? I'm kidding.
That's amazing. goblin knot. It's not a plant I've ever heard of, but it could just be another misspelling. Because maybe that K is an S. He sort of turns the paper a little bit. Yeah, that must be what it is. Parvovis cabolus muca involta. Goblin snot. Bugbear boogies. Used in pungent poultices and unctuous ointments due to its veritable viscosity. It binds ingredients together, provided you don't care how noxious the result is. For reasons I'm sure you can imagine, I don't keep any around. You'll have to ask a goblin.
You realize, Jeff, that for now and forever, every time someone says your name on stream, we're gonna be like,
Jeffrey!
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Both. It's a mix of both.
Looking, found something you have.
You're also blowing out on the mic.
Yeah,
A little
that's
bit.
very true.
Be here all night.
Oh.
And by all night, I mean
God.
for another hour.
Looks like that.
I can't see that.
Right there.
Oh, okay.
I would like you to.
There's a picture in the Discord.
Yeah.
Fine. We don't have to do it then.
She's a very plain widow.
No. And like the metal of the armor is just gonna kind of like ripple up my arm and just show like the nub, and then it will come back.
Yeah, what if Xing Xing did it?
Like very Terminator style.
Look at my nub.
Dun 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 dun.
That needs to be clipped.
Ask me about my nub.
Ask me about my nub.
Yes, exactly.
Take my strong hand.
There's like a vein popping out in your forehead, turning red.
This is my happy vein.
Happy vein. I got closer than last time. She looks at you and she goes, impressive.
So happy.
That's the exact same thing he said to you in the dream.
Go on.
That's it.
Fuck.
I am not Matt Mercer. Hi, I'm off-brand Matt Mercer. Great value, if you will.
Great value,
Mert Masser.
Mert Masser. Oh shit! No, I'm just Devin. It's fine.
Bye.
Oh my God.
3 halflings in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Yes.
There it is.
Oh my God.
We are doing
Okay.
that at some point because there are 3 of us.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
There you
Needs
go.
to be done. And I have a
Alright.
trench coat.
All right, but I'm.
We like clips.
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 Clips are very important.
You should definitely make clips of today. If you don't, I will find you, and I will TPKO you.
That's good. Well, because I was worried because your friends seemed to get mad at you.
Well, friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count that as a good thing.
That is fine.
Usually.
Yes.
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
Right, right.
You do also call everyone
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do. I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
All right.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
You gotta tug at the door. Why would you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
So,
He is indeed a natural.
He is a natural Jeff.
We rolled a natural Jeff.
he is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah.
Grass-fed.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go.
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying
onto-
up and doing the dragging thing.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
didn't just leave them in the woods. Yeah.
You're dragging
Okay.
bodies down the road on your car.
We're not
We
dragging
made
them down the road. They're on like
We made a
little
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a sled. Like a sled.
We're not barbarian.
We're not just gonna leave them in the woods. Come on.
I'm not
Jeffrey, that's the dogs. That's the dog.
Did you hear it in your mind? Did you hear it on my
He
mind?
can talk.
Oh, and you must be the Jeffrey.
There it is. The Jeffrey.
And he looks at you longingly. And hold on. Gotta check something. Gotta check something. Hold. Hold.
Was that good for longing?
Longing.
Yes, this is how the actual people you're training.
Now I need to
There's
rock
basically 50 elven children going all over the place. So, but with axes, because it's axe training day.
Boom.
Hey, welcome back. I hope everybody got a drink and got to go to the bathroom and.
Oh crap! I didn't do anything. I just sat here and talked to you guys. So
All four of us just sat here and talked.
We didn't move at all.
We didn't follow our own rules. We didn't follow.
I have my
our
water
own
and I
rules.
have my snack. I just didn't go to the bathroom. But that's okay.
Here we go. I have a little bit of tea left. Thank you, Boba Fett.
Claire was the only one who was good. That's okay.
Yeah.
Good thinking, girlie.
So after our intrepid heroes managed to get some of the food back from some thieving goblins in the night, they managed to settle down. They found out that the other group of adventurers is going to escort some of the caravan members back to the city in the morning, and they agreed to, for some additional pay, continue on with Professor Take and a handful of porters to continue on into the desert to eventually, hopefully, get to the tomb of Amen-Rut, which is the ultimate goal. So after a fairly decent night's rest, you all wake up in the morning and break camp and set out. Anybody want to do anything first thing in the morning?
Well, Legionnaire is, goes off of standby mode, and is kind of confused watching the other three adventurers and half the party kind of packing up and looking like they're going in another direction.
Yep.
So they're gonna go hunt down Florence and Callie and say, compatriots, this one does have an inquiry if you have a moment.
Go for it.
Was there an issue that is causing the other half of our party to go in a different direction?
Yeah, they're a bunch of little bitches.
They didn't bring their own provisions. They were relying on what was stolen by the goblins.
And they're
And
gonna...
since half of that is gone, they don't see a point in continuing.
So at that point, Legionnaire is gonna say, so the actions that this one took is now causing the effectiveness of the party to go down as a result of...
No, the effectiveness was already down because they didn't have a contingency plan for losing provisions.
Yeah, they didn't bring their own. They were not prepared. As adventurers, unlike us.
No.
We brought our own, even though we were promised that we would have some provisions. So as it stands now, they are leaving, even though it was pretty much explained last night that we can take care of ourselves and they can have the provisions because we have our own. But they are leaving anyway.
While a contingency plan is important, this one does feel responsible for the actions that are causing this to happen. So
you can't help weak people.
That's actually very valid. No. They're adventurers. They should know they are not meant to be weak. They are strong people who have weakened themselves.
So this is nothing compared to the poor people back in the city, then.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that, compatriot Florence.
You're welcome.
Regardless, this one does feel like they should apologize to the other party for causing any strife or any inconvenience.
Really, it should be them apologizing to us. Because we were promised that they would be here through this, and they are not. They are leaving. They are
So
not continuing with the mission.
So you're recommending not going with this course of action, then?
I would not.
Compatriot Callie, do you agree?
And I would have to agree. I mean, they don't deserve any sympathy.
Curious.
They can have all of my apathy, though.
Well, this one will follow the recommendation of their compatriots. Let us pack up and continue on our mission.
Very well. What is Professor Take doing?
He's packing up his things. He had his books out and some scrolls and looked like he was reading first thing in the morning, but he's packing them all up in his backpack because he won't let anybody else carry his research materials. And looking like he's getting ready to head out, the same as the couple of porters that are staying to carry the tents and the provisions that are left and the other equipment. And then the others, while you are having this conversation, they've packed up and they're walking away back towards the town.
Legionnaire will watch them go. Kind of actually like this.
And Callie's just like, well, here's hoping they don't encounter anything they're not equipped for on their way back.
This one will point out that they were very admirable and performed well in that battle with the Bahir. So this one does feel that their skill set is sufficient enough to make it back to town safely.
See.
And wishes them the best of luck in their future endeavors.
I mean, I feel like Florence was pulling a lot of the weight, though, so...
Florence was quite efficient and effective with her bow yesterday. This one would agree with that.
Changed your tune, have you?
I mean, more so than normal, but, you know.
Thanks.
All right. As you guys finish packing up, you head out after Professor Take across the dunes. And as you are walking, the sun's getting a little higher in the sky. It's getting a little warmer. You
Can we
come
cook
up.
eggs on Legionnaire yet?
Is it that hot?
I'm sure Legionnaire has some sort of internal cooling system, so it's probably not
Yeah.
quite hot enough. Unless he like held still and maybe like shunted some of his cooling system away just for you to try that. So you'll have to ask him if you want to try. Or them, rather. But as you head up one dune to crest over, you come down the other side of this dune about mid-morning. The sand is a little bit slippery as you're slipping and sliding down the dune, and your momentum carries you down the dune into like the valley between two dunes. And as you get down there, you find that your feet are sinking into the sands, and it is very difficult to move.
All right.
And everyone died.
Is anyone not in this area?
Pretty much
like not in the
everyone
area?
It's in the area. It is about a 10-foot by 10-foot square, and because of the momentum coming down the dune, pretty much everybody, not pretty much, everybody ended up in this 10-foot by 10-foot space where their feet are somewhat stuck and starting to sink into the sand.
All right.
Is there any like cacti or rock or anything?
Not really. I'm gonna, for this part, I'm going to change the music up again. And I'm gonna have you guys all roll initiative, and this is just more for keeping track of things rather than actual like combat.
Yeah. That'll be 11.
And I'm just gonna roll 1 for the whole rest of the group together.
All right.
Okay.
11.
Wow.
Legionnaire, what'd you get?
With my advantage, I got 20.
Nice. Callie?
12.
And the group also got 12.
Going last.
Yup. All right. So, Legionnaire, if you could roll a d4 for me at the start of your turn.
4. That'd be a 1.
So you sink 1 foot deep
1
into
foot.
the quicksand.
Okay.
1 foot
And
deep
I
into the
am,
quicksand.
And I am. We've confirmed I am 6 foot 6 inches tall. Okay. So I think the first thing the Legionnaire is going to yell out is that, compatriots, this appears to be quicksand. Please keep movements to a minimum, as this may force us to sink down lower. And let's see here. Look in my backpack. I have 50 feet of rope. What would I be able to see to be able to construct a lasso and lasso onto it?
There really isn't anything around, unfortunately. But you can make a strength check to see if you can pull yourself out just by crawling on the sand, basically.
Okay. All right. Strength check. Ooh, plus 5 to strength. That's cool.
Wow.
All right. I rolled a 2, but I have the Indomitable special, which lets. Oh no, that was a check, not a saving throw.
That was a check, not a saving throw.
All right, never mind. I can't use that. So I guess I have to stick with my 7.
Unfortunately, you do not pass the strength check.
Okay, and so really that's kind of the only thing. Hold on. There's nothing I could lasso on. And was that considered my action, trying to do that? Okay. Does doing of movement do anything?
You're stuck.
Okay. All right.
All right, so next would be Callie. Roll a d4 to start.
Okay.
Luckily, we have no halflings in this group.
Yeah, I know, right?
4.
4. Callie sinks 4 feet into the quicksand.
How tall
So
am
you're
I?
probably, what, waist deep at that point?
Hold on. Yeah. Okay.
So you can make a strength check to see if you can get out.
Um, 13.
15. You're close. You can feel the quicksand trying to like giving a little bit, but because you sunk so deep, you're having trouble getting leverage to like actually make any progress out of the quicksand. And I think that's pretty much your turn. So the rest of the group's gonna make. Oops, let me roll a d4 for them first. 2, so they sink 2 feet. And they make a strength check. And they rolled a 19. So the rest of the group manages to clamber out of the quicksand by laying themselves as flat as they can and like scooching along and crawling along the quicksand. They manage to climb out. And that's Professor Take and like a couple of porters.
Okay.
And they're gonna the porters are gonna turn back and like say throw me a rope, and that's gonna be their turn. So Florence, you're up next. So a D4 first.
4.
Okay.
I'm pretty much up to my shoulders.
Oh, jeez.
I'm only
You're that
5'7".
Wow.
Chest deep.
It's like,
Yeah, you're
chest
you're
deep.
probably like there. Yeah. So
Yeah.
not quite up to armpits, but dang, pretty close.
So you can either, if you have a rope that you can reach, you can throw it to one of the porters, or you can try to make a strength check and pull yourself out.
What would I need to roll to throw the rope?
To throw the rope, I'd say dexterity check.
Ooh.
I'm gonna throw the rope.
Do it.
Roll a dex check.
I'm scared.
I believe in you.
$13.
Let me see if they can catch it. Oh, you throw very well, but they suck at catching. And so your rope lands, but they just can't quite grab it in time.
Does it also sink?
It doesn't sink because it's
Okay,
very
good.
light, so it's kind of sitting on top of the quicksand.
Okay.
But if you want, you can try to make a strength check to crawl out yourself.
So like throwing the rope is like bonus action. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jinx.
Great minds think alike.
Okay, 17? Yeah, 17.
A 17 is enough. So you after seeing the rope fall short,
You're like,
you
fine.
managed to, like the act of throwing it must have stretched you out enough that you managed to release a little bit from the quicksand.
You know, I imagine
and you can
Florence
crawl
is more
yourself
like
out.
she sees them mess and go, fine, I'll do it myself, and then just crawls out on her own.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And gets to shore and
So,
shoots them dirty looks.
Yeah. So you
Rough
managed
rope.
to get to the edge of the quicksand where the porters and Professor Take are. And that's your turn. So we're back to Legionnaire. Roll another D4.
4. So
Alright.
that's 5 feet down, but I'm 6'6", so that's, I mean, I'm probably like, because that's 5 feet, so I'm probably like,
Yeah, somewhere.
probably about where
somewhere
Florence was,
chest
like maybe
deep.
chest.
Yeah.
Chest level. Okay. Alright,
Alright.
so I will
So-
first, because I would assume that I had my rope out when I took my first turn, because I asked about it, so I will do
Yeah.
the rope first.
Okay, are you throwing it to one of the porters or are you throwing it to Florence?
I'm going to throw it to compatriot Florence.
All right.
But
So dex check from both of you.
Oh god, 12? Oh, dex. Shoot, 11.
All right.
24.
24. So we'll say that Legionnaire's throw was not very good, but Florence was still able to catch it because she's just that good.
I'm just that good.
Yep. So Florence, actually, if you could make me a strength check to pull Legionnaire out.
Can we
11.
argue that she has advantage because I'm like doing the laid out flat thing?
She could have advantage, but she rolled enough anyway. So
Okay, cool.
Okay. Thank God.
it takes a little bit of effort, but you do manage to pull Legionnaire out.
Once again, I imagine she's doing it by herself, and then when she gets to Legionnaire on the shore, she's like, "Thanks for the help, guys."
They're just standing
well,
there.
they're all nervous because they don't want to get caught in it again. I think that's probably why the porter missed, because he didn't want to come too close to the edge.
That's fair.
To try to catch it.
Listen.
Excuses.
All right, so that brings us to Callie. Roll a d4 for me, please.
Please roll a 1. Please roll a 1. Please roll a 1.
3.
Bye. Oh.
3. And you're how tall?
Um,
Well, I'm assuming you're not 7 feet tall.
no. How much? Where am I?
So that means your
5
head
foot
goes
9.
under. Yeah, so your head goes under because that's 7 feet total. So you can try to make a strength check. The DC is obviously higher, or one of your compatriots could try to pull you out. Because you're the last one in the quicksand.
I mean, I'm going to. So.
Yeah.
All right,
I will. Yeah.
Make a strength check then.
Can it be a strength saving throw?
Wait a minute. Are you like diving in?
Yeah. Yeah. Just for context, how is this working?
So you see Callie's head slip under.
Yep.
And I would assume that her hands are up, so you might still be able to see her hands.
Okay.
Like poking out through the sand.
Okay.
So you were reaching to grab her hands before they go under as well.
Okay, so she's within reaching distance. Like if I run to like the other side, like a different side of the. Okay, I can reach out and grab it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, come on. 15 plus 5 for 20.
20.
Dirty 20.
You definitely are able to grab her hands and pull her out.
I know you didn't hear that, but
just in the nick of time. Actually, I mean, it's at that point it would be like, how long can you hold her breath rules? But that does it. You get everybody out of the quicksand. And just as you're brushing each other off, getting the sand off of each other, making sure nobody's hurt or inhaled any sand, you didn't lose any equipment, you actually, everybody make a perception check.
Hmm. 14 plus 1 for 15.
15.
19.
18, 19. You all definitely start to hear clacking over the top of the dunes.
Wait, like horse clacking or like giant beetle clacking?
Like a giant beetle clacking.
Oh, let's go!
And just as soon as you get everybody's like wiped off and all your equipment's checked, everybody still has everything that they started with. You hear this clacking and just coming just over the next dune where you guys were headed, you see 3 giant scorpions cresting the dune. Clacking,
always something with this fucking desert, and she's just gonna pull her axe.
clacking.
Clickety clack.
And I will let you guys decide. We can either end here and deal with the giant scorpions next time. We could try to deal with them before the end of tonight. What do you want to do?
I don't know. I kind of like the cliffhanger.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a fan of a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and leave it there then. Let me switch to some slightly less tense music. Switch, please. Thank you. So we'll leave it there with our gallant adventurers just managing to save everybody from the quicksand, get out of the quicksand, and save everybody from the quicksand just in the nick of time for Callie. Just as three giant scorpions crest over the hill. This desert is no joke, guys. So that's where we will pick up next time. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. What's the 3 for?
Shout out to all the subs. We had 3 subs tonight, so thank you all.
Shout out to the subs. Thank you. Thank you for your subs. We appreciate it very much. Also, make sure you go check out our partners, Hexwood Creations and Dragon's Nest Delivery. Dragon's Nest Delivery is where this wonderful one-shot comes from.
Speaking of, why don't we go raid Sunnyside James?
Hey, yeah! Let's go raid Sunnyside James. Make sure you tell him that you came from Reality Break and that you're enjoying our one-shot. That's his one-shot. Sunnyside James is the owner, runner, whatever you want to call it, of Dragon's Nest Delivery. Operator of Dragon's Nest Delivery. He is the person responsible for Dragon's Nest Delivery. So go tell him that we said hi. And we will see you guys back here next week where we'll fight some giant scorpions and maybe some other things in the desert. And maybe eventually we'll get to the tube of Amun Root.
And Callie will try to get her street cred back because
she was pretty embarrassed by that Bahir, so by
that
her own words, her own
that thing and going under the quicksand is like really testing her.
Ooh, that's
right
a
now.
good point. Yeah.
Valid.
That's true.
Right.
I will, I don't know, try to decurse my dice so that they don't roll quite so well for you guys. I don't know.
Yeah, what the
to tell
heck
you
is up
about
with that,
one.
man?
I have rolled under 10 exactly once tonight. Like, it's been kind of crazy.
It's impressive.
Not
so,
okay.
So remember, whenever you go back to being a player, just think that you're the DM. So
I will work on it.
there you go.
All right.
Ridiculous.
Well, we will see you all next time. It's time to go back to reality, unfortunately.
Boo.
Boo. We'll see you next Tuesday night for the next episode of Whispers of the Dune.
Bye.